Let us start the lecture. As you can see, the topic is basics of research proposal. In continuation to our previous lecture, this lecture will further elaborate some of the basics of the research proposal. It includes what is research proposal, what are its major contents, and how to write the research proposal. But before talking about research proposal, let us talk about theory, because this terminology is used in almost each and every chapter of the research methods. Therefore, it is very important to understand what is theory. Theory is actually a supposition or a system of ideas intended to explain something, especially which is based on general principles. A theory presents a systemic way of understanding events, behaviors, and or situations. A theory is a set of interrelated concepts, definitions, propositions that explain or predict events or situation by specifying relationship among the variables. So the question arises how a theory is formed. The theory is formed by combining concepts, terms, constructs, and variables. The concepts are those which can be defined and it actually convey a meaning about something. Concepts help in defining things. The terms are used in specialized area like total quality management is actually a terminology and it is used in specific area. So concepts and terms are actually same, but the terms are that which are used in specialized areas. I mentioned the TQM. So far as the constructs are concerned, the constructs are formed by combining concepts or terms. Construct is called construct because it is constructed by combining two or more than two concepts. So far as the variables are concerned, variables are those things which are made up of construct or concepts. That's why they are synonymous to concepts or construct, but it is used in statistics and it means that something which vary by changing in a one concept, it gives change in the another concept. That's why this variation led it to call it variable. So the theory is very important and the theory helps us to start the research, and this is how we differentiate between the pure and applied research. In the pure research, we make a theory, and in applied research, we test that theory. So with the help of the theory, the research can deliver its conceptual meaning. And on the basis of the theory, we can make a research frame and we can formulate hypotheses, and these hypotheses are later on tested actually in the applied research. So that was about the theory and how to understand the theory. Now we jump towards our main topic, that is a research proposal. A research proposal is actually a short and a concise document. Actually, it's actually a summary of your whole research. And the research proposal is actually made at the beginning of the research. It tells the audience that what this research is and what would be the activities that would be conducted in this whole research process. So the research proposal is the initial document and it convey the basic information about the research to the audience. That's why it is called a proposal, because it has the proposed activities. And the research proposal actually set out the central issues or the question that a researcher intends to address. It outlines the general idea of study within which a research falls. Referring to the current state of knowledge and any recent debates on the topics. That's why it is called a proposal, because it has proposed activities. It tells about the future activities of the research, and it's an important document. It is something that is made at the beginning of any research. Without a proposal, the audience are unable to understand that what that research is and what are its components. For this reason, as it has the proposed activities, for this reason it is called the work plan. It is also called the prospectus, and it is also called the outline, or it is also called the statement of intent. As you take admission in the university, you are issued a prospectus, and the prospectus has all information about the university. The same is here in the research proposal, that it is carrying all informations about the future research, and it educates the audience about the future research. The purpose of research proposal is that it presents the management question. If you remember, in our previous lecture, we have talked about the management question, the research question, and investigation question. So this research proposal actually presents the management questions which are to be researched. And then also it relates its importance. The proposal also suggests the data necessary for solving the management question and how that data would be gathered, treated, and interpreted. So based on the type of a research, if it is a small research, you need a small proposal, and if it is a big research, you need a big proposal. And again, if it is something that is related to the government, then it would be called the government-sponsored proposal, or if it is related to some company or corporation, then it would be called a management proposal. If it is to be conducted, let's suppose within an organization, it is called an internal proposal, and if it is to be conducted externally, maybe out of the country or maybe out of the city or maybe out of the organization, then it is called external proposal. So far as the academic proposal is concerned, so the academic proposal is that proposal which are to be carried out by the students. Like at the end of your degree, you conduct an internship, and then this internship is presented in a shape of a report, and that is called internship report. So it is like a kind of a, what I can say, a research activity. So the academic proposal are mostly done by the students. Here you can see there is a table, and it has rows and columns. So in the column, you can see the contents of the proposal, like the executive summary, the problem statement, the research objective, literature review, etc., and the bibliography in appendix. And in the rows, you can see the type of the proposal, either it is internal, either it is external, either it is governmental, either it's the student. So you just memorize this table and you can understand the basic contents and the basic types of the research proposal. So on the basis of the typology and the contents of the proposal can be structured in this way. It means that a typical proposal has an executive summary. That is actually the summary of the whole proposal. Let's suppose the proposal is 10 pages, so its executive summary will be 1 page. A problem statement in which the main problem has been identified and discussed. The research objectives, the literature review, and the research design, the data analysis, the results. Now keep in mind the results and findings are not mentioned in the proposal. Rather than there is proposed results and findings, because in the proposal stage you haven't collected a data. So these are the proposed based on the previous literature. The budget, if let's suppose it's a funded proposal, the schedule of the activity, let's suppose the research would be conducted in 1 year. So within this 1 year, what would be the sequence of the activities? The references, the annexures or the appendices. We would have a separate chapters on all of these contents. Literature review, we have a separate chapter. Research design, we have a separate chapter. And data analysis, again, we have a separate chapter. So this is like, you can see the whole picture is in the research proposal. So the question arises, who will evaluate the research proposal? The research proposal is evaluated depend on the nature of the proposal. If it is like an internal research proposal, it is internally evaluated. If it is external, it is externally evaluated. And criteria are assigned to each and every section. And then these criteria are viewed and weighted and then scored. Let's suppose the budget. If it is a funded proposal, a funded project, so the budget has marks, let's suppose 30. So out of the 30, how much score is gained by the researcher? So this is how the proposal is evaluated based on the different criteria that are assigned to the contents of the proposal. So this was about the research proposal and the theory. You have any question in your mind? You can